Lying at the heart of Africa, the Democratic Republic of Congo is a land of forests and savanna, mountains and volcanoes, rivers and lakes, teeming with natural resources. The Congo River alone has enough energy to power several countries. Anything grows in the tropical conditions and volcanic soils. But Congo's resources have been its curse. The pilfering of the colonial period has been continued since independence by unscrupulous insiders and outside profiteers. Conflict tore the country in half during the late 1990s as neighbouring countries tried to divide up the territory. This has spawned multiple armed groups in the east and resulted in a further 2 decades of violence. Congo's 80 million people survive largely off the land, with mining and industry still very underdeveloped. Even those working full-time as medical staff and teachers have to go out early in the morning to dig fields and tend crops to ensure that they can feed their families. Most employment is in the informal sector, with the majority of people working in individual businesses, struggling to make money from a handful of charcoal, beans and second-hand clothes. Others provide services like hairdressing and roadside stalls. The land readily supports fat cows, but most families can't scrape together enough money to purchase anything larger than a chicken or duck. Despite the country exporting hydroelectric power to South Africa, urban Congolese may only get 2 hours of power a day. In villages, there is no power, leaving all cooking to take place over fires. All clothes washing is by hand. The roads are mere scratches on the red earth, which turn into mud baths in the rain. The Congolese bush rapidly reclaims any opening not constantly hacked back. Towns are similarly untamed, growing up precipitous hillsides, awaiting the next landslide, flood or fire to destroy the fragile structures put up on any spare plot. Congo's government has never delivered on promises to provide services. It is one of the only countries in the world where the government does not subsidise the costs of essential primary health care, and there is no national health insurance. Churches have stepped in, running 60% of hospitals and health centres on behalf of the government, but with virtually no financial support from them. Women are kept in hospitals after delivering if they haven't paid, sometimes for many months. Many just don't consult when they are sick, as they have to make choices between food for their children or medical costs. There is very limited access to surgical services and almost no specialist rehabilitation after accidents or quality medical care for those with chronic disease. Many 50-year-olds die from the consequences of untreated hypertension or diabetes. Children die from infectious diseases caught from the poor water and sanitation services, and Congo has a host of tropical diseases, including plague and worm infestations. The 2018-19 Ebola epidemic became almost impossible to control despite the new ring vaccination, because the insecurity in the east stopped medical teams following up all cases. Health facilities and Ebola treatment centres were repeatedly attacked by armed groups. Family planning is always in short supply, so that even those that want it can't access commodities. Population growth continues without families being empowered to make choices, and leaving women and children more vulnerable and increasing malnutrition and death rates. But with such a young population, there is a huge potential talent and workforce that could rapidly transform the country if services were improved and systems strengthened.